Most website builders stop at creating pages, but what happens when someone actually fills out your form? In this video, I'll show you how GoHighLevel AI Studio can build a website, capture a lead, create a contact, trigger automations, start a conversation, and even create an opportunity in your sales pipeline. The goal is to show a complete lead journey. So here's a preview of the website that we'll be building in AI Studio. This is the workflow of what you want to see. It creates a website. Then there's a form, and then the CRM contact comes into the CRM. There's a workflow automation that triggers, and then it goes into your pipeline so you can track everything along the way. This is important because a lot of times websites will just be a simple landing page and then stuff gets lost from there. You want to be able to track that form. It comes into the GoHighLevel CRM. A new contact is created for you. And then the workflow starts from there with automations and email follow-ups and triggers that are fired from there. That puts it into an opportunity pipeline, and you can actually track all that. We're going to show you all that right now, so stay tuned, follow along. All right, so the first thing we want to do is create this website. So we're going to go into GoHighLevel. We're going to go AI Studio here. And we've already created the website to kind of speed this up a little bit, but you come into AI Studio and you would give it a prompt here. We got a bunch of prompts that we've already put in. I will show a prompt that we put in here. So we did this after a call we actually had with a bakery in town. And after I got off the phone call, I was like, why don't I create a quick website for them to kind of show a mock-up of what we can do and explain some of the follow-up options with the form lead and contacts. And they had just a Facebook page. They've never had a website, and we talked about how we could integrate the social media part with Facebook and have it so they could contact back and forth and message with them directly in the CRM through contacts that come from their website or through the Facebook, all keeping it tracked in one spot. And also took it a step further and talked about you could text message them and use SMS that's built in also, so you don't have to use your personal phone. But in this video, we're not going to talk about that. We have other videos. I'll put the links below that you can watch on how to do that, set up SMS and whatnot. But so this is the prompt that we had to do, create the branding and everything in ChatGPT. And then I came into AI Studio here and I simply copy and pasted it in. And it went through and created the brand colors, what I kind of wanted for the look. And it's a simple 2-page website. I created the images in the background. Got a little gallery here, Instagram account. And then this is, like I said, a simple 2-page site. So the big thing we want to see is, so this is the home landing page, and then get a quote. We want to see if you actually put this in, is this information going to come into the CRM? So we're going to put this in right now. Follow along. We'll just do this right now. So let's see here. Who should I put in here? Jeff Doe. Jeff, and I'll speed it up through this so you don't have to watch all this, but basically just fill all this information in. And then from there, you can put in all this information, what type of order they want. We'll say chocolate, no allergies, say none. Then you could upload an image too if you wanted to send what you're, for this specific example of what type of baked good you want. Like a custom cupcake or a cake. All right, so hit send. Now there's a thank you message down here. My face is kind of in the way there. So thank you for contacting us. We'll get back to you within a day. So now we want to see if this actually went into the CRM. So we'll go back into the contacts here, and so we should see a Jeff that we just created. There's Jeff Doe right there, and you can see his email, his phone number went in, a little bit of information that we put down there, that's also in there now. An opportunity, see if that's in there. There's Jeff. He was put into the opportunities tab, and you're probably wondering, how did he get in here? So I'm going to show you in the automation section here the workflow. So we created this already also. So when you create a workflow, you have to have some type of trigger. For us, it was just a contact created for this demo. You could also do the website tag or a form submitted for triggers, but we just did a contact created, and what that looks like. When a contact is created, they then fall into this workflow. You can see some of these, update the contact information, a tag, we add a website lead tag to it so we know they came from there. then it creates that opportunity that we just showed you. And in there, you can then see, it'll add all these options here. So the opportunity puts in the first name. We got last name, I believe, and then website inquiry. It puts it in the pipeline new lead stage, $99 value, and then has opportunity source and the status is open. We'll talk about that once we go back into the opportunity section here. Then the next thing it'll do, it'll send an email notification to the admin or myself or whoever is the business owner, so they know that they have a new lead and to follow up with them. It also sends a confirmation message here, and you can change all this however you want it to do. So this would email to that person when they fill out the form. And then it's also supposed to create a note card for that contact that you can then see. And all this is created here. We actually came in and used Workflow AI to help us write some of the contact information here. So you can actually prompt it if you don't know how to create this stuff on your own, and it'll help figure this out for you, which is new and kind of game changer. That's been in the last 6 months. So the next thing, we're just going to go back into the opportunity so you can see how that works. And so here's Jeff. We can see the information that was from the form was put in here. You can change the value. You can add notes, task, different items. The website lead tag was added. You can drag and drop the contact to different sections as they move through the pipeline. So when a new lead comes through, if you contact them, you can put them there. You can also create automation. So if you automatically contact them, it'll move them through this so you don't have to drag and drop them. For this example, we're just showing this. And then at the bottom here, you'll see if I drag down, you can say like you lost a lead, abandoned, or won. So if I put this guy, Jeff, to contacted, say proposal sent, and then the closed job here, we won it and it's over with, you can drag it down to 1. And why you would do that is then when you come into your dashboard, you can actually track the value of customers that you close. So we've had 2 customers that were closed and 1. So we've created a revenue of $198 for this month so far. We've had 3 leads. So you can really dive in and see the different information, however you want to track it here. When you first come into the GoHighLevel CRM, your dashboard, you can set up custom to really see what's going on at a high level there. No pun intended. So that's a quick overview of setting up a website we showed here, and kind of what that looks like when you want to do a website, to a form, to a CRM, to a workflow automation, and then to a pipeline to help you keep track of those leads as they come through a text message on your website or a chat or a missed call text back. All these things are helpful, and you want to make sure you have a way to follow up with them and keep track of them all in a CRM. If you like this video, like below, comment, let us know what type of stuff you want to see us create in the future. And this is just a simple example that we had come up the other day as we were talking with a local bakery, and we thought, why not create a short video on what this could do for their business and other small businesses that only have a Facebook page and don't have a website. If this video was interesting to you, click on the next video and see and learn more of what else you can do in GoHighLevel.